Oh, I have a good song.
Are we?
Yeah, we're going to start with the song because I have one.
Okay.
Sorry, I know we thought we weren't doing one. Another song that we sing. This
Wait,
one
wait. Can I get like a hint?
No.
Well, last time like felt obvious to me. Like I knew where
It's
we were
another
going.
like one of those. Okay, I'll give you
got nothing.
one hit. It's from a movie that we watch all the time, like with Mom and Charlie and stuff.
That we.
Like we grew up watching this movie all the time.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay,
that's what I
ready?
thought you were. Wait, hold on. Wait, how does it start?
Do you think you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, how does it start? How does it start? You know what? Okay, fine. I just gonna think where I think it starts.
Okay.
Okay, are you gonna count us in?
Yeah, I am. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
Torrance. Okay.
Okay, two different movies.
Two different. Oh, Petey.
Where are you?
Oh,
please come back. Oh, Petey.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, and you were doing Bring It On. Got it.
I was like a little bit less around for the, what is that, Dragon Tales? No, Peach Dragon.
Pete's Dragon. The reason why when you said it's something that we watched growing up, like we actually never watched that. Charlie watched it, but then it always is sung in our house.
Right, but when I said something we watched growing up, I did mean something that we watched growing up, so I was.
Well, that's why I was questioning you, and then.
But when you said, oh, I was like, oh, she got it, and then you were like, Petey, and I was like, wait, no, we're not, it's not, we're not talking about the same
Okay,
thing.
well, anyway.
Also a great song. Oh, Torrance. Can't stand your cheerleading squad, but I love your pom-poms. I'd feed you bonbons all night. Okay, anyway.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Such a great movie. Such a prime movie.
It is great. Hi.
Hi.
How are you feeling today? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Happy Monday for if you're watching this, or Tuesday.
I think we're going to post on Monday.
It drops on Monday. Maybe you're watching it and it's a Tuesday. Maybe you're watching it and it's a Wednesday.
Maybe you're watching it 1 week from now and it's Friday, in which case, happy Friday
Happy
to you.
Friday. Amazing.
I feel like I haven't talked to you that much this week, but you do know after the podcast we're going to go over it, I wrote a new series for TikTok.
I know.
That's really the thing that's like consuming my brain right now. I'm still in the process of writing it. I really want to drop it Sunday, which I probably should wait a little longer and like really, but I'm so excited to just get to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I can't wait to watch it.
Well, you're going to read it first.
Yeah, I need a better
your
understanding
opinion.
of what it's about.
Yeah, I'm going to let you like read the script.
Okay.
And then I went to the 56 Days screening with Dove Cameron, and that was very fun.
And you met her.
I met her. She was so nice. No, I didn't. So basically they like, I introduced the cast at the screening.
Oh yeah. Wait, as an aside, I saw that on your Instagram story and I responded and I was like, what? And then you didn't answer me.
Oh, sorry. We were out. I went out with my friends.
Out.
We were out. I went out with my friends after the screening, and we were at the bar
I am your
across from my
friends.
apartment. I'm sorry. You weren't there, though, physically.
Yeah.
And I, like, saw that text, and I meant to answer it, and then I didn't.
How did that come to be?
How did what come to be?
The introduction.
They emailed, so this is fine. They emailed me literally the night before being like, well, they emailed my managers and they were like, would Sydney want to introduce the cast? And like 2 hours went by and it was like 7 p.m. So my managers like weren't checking their email. I was like, somebody respond. I want to do this. But I had like no like time to prep. I didn't know which of the cast members were going to be there. So then I show up.
Who else is in it?
Oh my God, if I could remember. So I spent that whole morning memorizing their names because I couldn't like have anything in front of me. I just needed to know their names. I need to pronounce them correctly. Beck from Victorious.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, who his name is Avin. I don't remember his
No, all you had to say was Beck from Victorious.
Beck from Victorious. But I know his name is Avin, and when I did talk to Dove, she was like, make sure you say Avin and not Avin, because everyone says it wrong. But
that's nice of her.
It was. I also already knew because I was Googling interviews of all 4 of them saying their names in interviews.
Genius.
So that I knew how to pronounce it. Really good show. I liked the first episode. I haven't had a chance to watch the second one yet.
It's on Amazon
Prime. I genuinely really enjoyed.
Okay.
But they brought me down. I was in the cocktail lounge for a little bit, like having drinks with everyone else who was there for the screening. And then they brought my 2+1s, my +2s, into the theater and sat them in the front and had a space for me on the end of that row. And I was in the green room, and they were like, the cast is going to come in. It ended up only being Dove because she was the only one that needed like touch-ups. So they were like touching up her hair and makeup. And that was why I didn't ask for a photo, because she had like 5 people touching her. But she was just really chill. She walked in. She wasn't like, hi, nice to meet you. But she also didn't ignore me. She was like, hey, what's going on? Like, it was so normal.
Yeah.
And then we were just, she like had a bottle of eye drops and she just went like that. Like, it was so natural. And I was like, how do you
mean
do
she
that?
dropped it like this?
No, she literally like just did it in the corner of her eye without even like looking up. I was like, how do you do that? Like, I can't put an eye drops without touching my face.
Right.
And she's
and without
so
like getting it all over my eyes
and ruining your makeup.
Right.
She was so good at it. And I was like, how do you do that? And she was like, oh, I was on this show, you know, where, and she's really shows, this is really, I think, the only second one she's been in where she was like on a show for a long period of time. So I knew she was talking about Liv and Maddie. But she's like, oh, I was on this show where I had to play 2 people. And I'm like putting eye drops in my eye all the time because the studio was dry, and I just learned how to do it. And I was like, was it Liv and Maddie? Are you saying that? Like, I don't know what Liv and Maddie is. I was like, of course I know what Liv and Maddie is. But anyway, yeah, she was super nice. That was a little past her time.
Yeah.
But I also watched
That's why
Descendants.
I'm not really familiar with her, because she came
after
my Disney
Even
Channel
Liv and
years.
Maddie was a little after my time, but I watched it anyway.
Yeah.
And then Shannon
You were
and
so
I,
loyal to Disney Channel.
I really fucking I still am.
I mean, is there? But now we
nothing
don't have
that's
Disney
on
Channel, Disney Plus.
Right. Disney Channel is gone.
I'm not surprised to hear that.
It's not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, it was great for its time.
Wait, are you sure?
Yeah, they
like
did
people who have cable don't have Disney Channel.
No, they did a whole thing where Disney Channel is being like taken off.
where do people with cable watch Disney shows?
Maybe there's a Disney Plus channel, but I know that
okay, so there still is a Disney Channel.
Yeah, they're not making any new stuff.
Okay.
So, but I watched the Descendants movies. I was like a loyal.
They're not making any new stuff.
No.
What
like
do you mean?
There aren't going to be any more Disney Channel original movies, Disney Channel shows. Like everything is just like Disney.
Okay, but so
the difference between a Disney movie and a Disney Channel movie, quite fucking different.
Yeah,
they're not
yeah,
doing the Disney Channel originals.
You're right.
Don't get it twisted.
I was feeling confused. Okay, I was like, does Disney cease to exist starting now?
No, just Disney Channel. Like our tweeny bopper movies gone.
Got it.
That being said, I did watch Descendants for all those years. I love Descendants. I was so fucking hooked on those movies. They obviously didn't make a 4th one. Cameron Boyce, I don't know if you know this. Cameron Boyce died.
This is all like you're speaking now a different language.
Okay, well,
like they obviously didn't make a 4th one. I'm like, yeah, obviously.
I have to say this part though.
Okay.
Cameron Boyce passed away.
I did know that.
R.I.P. So sad. And the original cast all agreed not to make another Descendants because
that's sweet.
He was like one of the main 4.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
then Disney made one anyway, just without the original cast.
Oh,
so none of them were in it. Except
Canceled.
for China, who was in only the 2nd and 3rd of the original Descendants. She wasn't in the first one. She did it anyway, and I know there was a little bit of like animosity.
People were unhappy.
They were like, "Why?" We agreed like that we weren't going to do more. Like, why did you do it? But yeah, anyway, that was my really long-winded 56 days. You could cut that down if you need to.
No, we'll leave it. Well, that was I said, "How are you?"
And I just went off.
And now we ended with Cameron Boyce. So
Cameron Boyce.
Do you want to know how I am?
Yeah. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
do you want to elaborate? Do you want to do 25 minutes on your knowledge of Disney Channel, or?
I don't have as much as you, so I don't have as much to share.
It's really unfortunate. I think that's why
my hair is slicked back today.
Yes.
Because this white wall does me dirty, and you can see all my little postpartum hair regrowth, which you can definitely see here, but at least I don't have to be touching with it.
Also, your like staticky was really starting to annoy
staticky.
you.
Yeah. So, anyways, hair
that
slick
doesn't
back.
happen to me. Like this, like sticking to my face.
I think it just happened to be like the 2 sweaters I wore those times. And also my hairbrush I think picked up static, and that's really what did me in. So, we're not dealing with static today, which I feel great about.
Thank God.
Yeah, and I don't want to take up much more time. We have new segments that we want to roll out today. So I want to get to those.
We should get to those.
Okay, well, today we're going to be talking Relevancy Roundup. Those are stories that are relevant to us that we find interesting. Pop culture, news, sports. Like, it'll probably never be sports, but I'm just saying that in case it ever is.
It's never going to be sports unless it's about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
Or like Joe Burrow. But if it's about him, he won't be doing anything sports related. That's like the hottest man in the NFL. Oh, okay. You got to look him up.
Sure.
Anyway, we have our Relevancy Roundup. We have some Q&A questions that people submitted to Sydney's Instagram. And then we have
We're going to do TV time.
And then TV recap.
And we also, I asked a few weeks ago on my TikTok for the messiest college relationship stories that you guys had. So we're going to be talking about the finale of Tell Me Lies and toxic relationships.
Yes, let's do that last. We'll talk about the other TV shows first.
Yes.
But significantly less detailed than our past episodes because now we have new segments.
Yeah.
We don't have time.
We don't have time. We're booked and busy.
We are booked and busy.
Also, to preface, I got my Invisalign done like a week ago, and I'm having a little bit of trouble talking with like the attachments hitting my teeth. So if I'm like pausing a lot to like, I'm having some issues.
Okay. Our relevancy roundup. So I'm in charge of this because I feel that I'm probably more ingrained in pop culture and general news than you are.
I never know what anything is unless you tell me.
Right. Okay. You have your niches. So
if it's not about Disney Channel or someone who's been on Disney Channel or like,
I have good news for you. Because one of the things I want to talk about, it's the last thing, so we'll get there.
Okay.
I mean, I could make it the first thing, but
no, leave it last. It's fine. Best for last.
Okay. The first thing I want to talk about, and this is maybe not up your alley as much, but I'll make it interesting for you.
Okay.
Phoebe Dynevor, you know who that is. Daphne from Bridgerton.
Okay.
We love Phoebe Dynevor.
Sure.
She has just been cast as the lead character in Emily Henry's, Beach Read? So I know that you don't read.
I don't.
Emily Henry is the author who came out with People We Meet on Vacation that just came out on Netflix earlier this year.
I did read that.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh.
I went
you mean you watched the movie?
No. I read it. Okay. I went through a period of time. You don't know this because we like didn't talk a lot, which we'll get to later. When I was in college, I went through a period of time where I read a lot, and everyone. It's funny because my college friends know me to like be a reader, but it was the only time in my life where I ever read.
They
books.
don't know you.
No, I was also like really depressed. I got kicked out of my theater department.
Right.
And
you had
needed
time.
something. I needed something to make me feel alive again.
And did you love reading?
I did, but I still like now when I'm busy, I just still prefer TV.
Okay.
Well,
Phoebe's been cast. I know you didn't read that book. No. That was one of my favorite Emily Henry books. I actually didn't really like People We Meet on Vacation, which was one of her early books. This, I think, came out second, and I loved this one. And I love anything that Phoebe touches. I will be watching it.
Okay.
She's playing January Andrews, who's the main character.
That is a name.
I mean, it's fiction. So, it's not even an iPad. This tablet is doing some weird stuff, so whatever. The male character has not been cast, Gus Everett, and the fan casting I have seen is absolutely atrocious. So he's supposed to be like a early 30s, kind of like a brooding, really intelligent. He's a writer. He's very like witty. And I keep seeing like the fan casting being like Jacob Elordi, which I love Jacob Elordi and I love to watch Jacob Elordi, but I do not think that's a good cast for this. And the other big one I've seen is Theo James. Do you know who that is? He's like in his 40s. He's way too old to play this role.
Also, Theo James, doesn't give that type of character.
He's not brooding.
No.
In my opinion.
Jacob Elordi, I think people are thinking that because he's just on the brain. Like Euphoria is coming out. He's in Wuthering Heights. He's just like on
no one has
minds.
an original thought. So they're just like, oh, Jacob Elordi's in stuff.
I could definitely think of like 10 actors that would be better for that.
Okay, so I thought of a couple. One that I think you're going to love.
Okay.
My first one is Alex from Tell Me Lies.
You're obsessed with Alex.
I love him.
I mean, sure.
His name is Costa D'Angelo, and I think he would play a good the only thing
I've
ever seen him in.
Very well. Yeah.
I've seen him in one thing, and he broods.
He broods.
He's brooding.
Yeah.
Dylan O'Brien. You know who that is?
I have recently become obsessed with Dylan O'Brien.
Wait, did you not watch Teen Wolf?
No, but I have now. I have
now?
Okay, you know how she knows this about me. You know how when I become obsessed with someone, I'll literally watch anything they've ever done just to get more of them. Like when I was like obsessed with Chloe Grace Moretz back in the day, I was like, I'll literally watch anything she's been in, even the worst movies.
And you did.
And I did.
She's committed.
I really fucking am. I watched that horrible movie Hick, and it was so bad, but I watched it like 4 times because I just loved her. Dylan O'Brien, I watched The Maze Runner for the first time. I'd never seen it. I watched it with Charlie when I was at home, like kind of between apartments when I was like packing up and at home a lot. We watched all 3 of them.
Oh, I didn't even know. I knew there was a book series. I didn't realize.
Actually,
I never.
So good. Like,
should I watch?
Oh, 10 out of 10 enjoyed. It is giving like Hunger Games, Divergent. Like it's kind of like dystopian world.
I read the first book.
I actually enjoyed the other movies better because you could tell that behind the scenes the cast gets along really well. So like it was fun. But anyway, I got really obsessed with Dylan O'Brien from those movies, and I was like, I need to watch him in something else. And then I discovered that he was in Teen Wolf, and I was like, so I watched.
Such a good show in its time.
I think I'm a little too old to like enjoy it for everything that it is now. Like if I tried to start Pretty Little Liars now, it wouldn't be the same.
I watched it when I was in high school,
and I skipped around, and I then just tried really hard to get to the point in time where his hair was longer because I hated the way he looked in the first like 3 seasons. But yeah, I watched a bunch of it just for Dylan O'Brien. I know he's like very much, I feel like I came back into the game just in time. Like he's really around now.
Well, because he's in that new movie with Rachel McAdams called
so
Send Help, which Aaron and I saw last week.
Was it good?
It's really good.
He is so hot. I just
agreed.
Like unreally hot.
Yeah. Because I watched Teen Wolf in the time that it aired, I was immediately on the Dylan O'Brien train from 15 years ago, whenever that was.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have any social media presence. He doesn't have an Instagram. He's not. So he is very elusive. If he's not doing a project and you're not seeing him do press, you just don't see him. Yeah. Which I hate. I just like want to know everything he's doing because I'm interested. But it's also part of his allure, and he's really, really good in Send Help. And I think he'd play a really good, like brooding, witty, kind of like intelligent writer.
Hell yeah.
So that was my other casting, and then my third casting. This is for you, but I do believe it would be a good one. Is Joe Keery. That'd be a good casting, right?
I don't know if I could see him being brood. I mean, I guess he kind of is brooding like season 1 of Stranger Things. I don't know why I thought you were going to say Christopher Briney. He's very brooding.
Oh,
and
he's too young, I think, to play that role.
How old is the role?
It's supposed to be like early 30s, and Christopher Briney just played like an 18-year-old.
Yeah, but he's my age. He's
yeah,
like
but he doesn't look it.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
He has a young face.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I would just love to see Joe Keery in anything.
I agree.
A lot of the questions that I got were like, do you have a boyfriend or husband? And I'm like, yeah, Joe Keery. Don't you watch my TikToks?
He just doesn't know.
He doesn't.
It's long distance because we like have never seen each other.
I'm just manifesting it. It's like witchcraft. One day he'll.
I'm manifesting that for you because I would love for him to be my in-law.
Yeah. I have some big shoes to fill with Aaron. You know.
Yeah, Aaron's not a famous actor, but I agree. He's wonderful.
No, but you have a great husband, so I need someone who's like just as charismatic. Aaron could have been an actor. He grew up in theater.
He was a thespian.
Mm-hmm.
For those that don't know, which is everyone. Okay. The next thing that we're going to talk about, this is some sad news. I sandwiched in between some two happy things.
Oh, what?
I had a weird feeling that if you weren't on social media this morning, you wouldn't have seen that Eric Dane passed away at 53. It's sad news.
No, I actually could cry.
Yeah. So 10 months after he announced his ALS diagnosis, he's passed away. Oh. He still has a wife and he has 2 daughters. And that's really the whole story. But
oh my God.
A moment for Eric Dane.
Our Mark Sloan.
Yeah. McSteamy, sorry.
McSteamy. And he was in Euphoria too.
He was in, I believe he'll be in this most recent season.
Oh,
I think.
I kind of love that. Yeah. I would love if he like lived on a little past his legacy. It would be great. Mm-hmm. Oh man, that really sucks. And I think he's only like 53. You said
53. He's really young.
So tragic.
Yeah, but he had such a great career.
He really did. I mean, I remember seeing his diagnosis, and I mean, it did look like he was in a good deal of suffering. Like he was having a lot of trouble physically. But yeah, that just like, that blows.
Yeah.
Oh my God, why would you do that to me right now?
Sorry.
What the fuck?
Because that's relevant to us and we had to talk about it.
I know. That just makes me really sad.
Okay, well, some happy news, and you've seen this because you sent this to me, but the Hannah Montana 20th anniversary special will be airing on March 24th. You saw? Why do you look surprised? You sent this to me.
Sent you what?
The video of her getting out of the limousine. It was like a little promo teaser.
Nope.
Oh, did you not?
No.
Have you not seen this?
No.
Okay.
I'm like, I did not send you anything unless I was sleep texting. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
So, I think Disney Plus and Miley Cyrus and Alex Cooper like jointly put out an Instagram video of like the limo pulling up and
Alex
like
Cooper
her.
Is so random.
She's hosting it. So. It was like a promo video of a limo pulling up. I think the theme song was playing in the background. The shoes get out. She steps out of the limo.
I had heard a lot of rumors, but I haven't seen this video. I am glad that they made it something that everyone can watch as opposed to like an anniversary concert.
Agreed. I don't really.
Thought it was
I
gonna be
would
like
watch
a
that
tour
still,
or something, and I was like, the stress of trying to get tickets for that, and like seeing like the 14-year-old girls whose rich parents got them tickets but have never seen Hannah Montana would really piss me the fuck off. I'm really.
But you'd probably be there front row, so who cares about everyone else?
I don't have that kind of money. Be front row at that concert.
Someone would obviously invite you. Right?
I mean, Live Nation is very good to me.
They'd invite us.
Of course, I would.
Well, it's not Live Nation.
What is it again?
Okay, so here's everything we know. It's not a lot.
Well, no, but if it was a concert,
it's not.
Live Nation, Ticketmaster, like those, they're all very good to me. I have been to a lot of wonderful concerts on them.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. They're great to me. Thank you so much, Live Nation. But that would have been a really hard thing to get tickets for. Like, so everyone would want to go to that. Yeah,
this is what we know so far. It's coming out March 24th. I do believe it's on Disney Plus. Okay. It's hosted by Alex Cooper. Yeah. And basically it's just like a sit down conversation between Alex and Miley in front of a live studio audience. So are there tickets to be had, or are these just people with connections? Yeah, I don't know.
Probably.
I would have preferred, I think, something in more of like the documentary realm. I would have loved like a couple part series of all different cast members talking about behind the scenes and them showing us unseen footage and all of that kind of stuff. The Miley Cyrus interview, Alex Cooper has already done. She did an interview with Miley on her podcast in 2020. So I'll watch it, but it's not as interesting to me as it could be. It doesn't
feel like a Hannah Montana reunion. Like,
well, it's not supposed to be a reunion.
20th anniversary. It doesn't feel Hannah Montana. I want to see her in the wig. I want to see her sing songs. I want to see her with the cast.
Yeah, it's unconfirmed if any other cast members will be joining.
I don't love that, I'm going to be honest. I was hoping that for the 20th anniversary, like, even if they did like some, like when she sang The Climb and they put it on like the Disney YouTube channel, I think, and it was like, that was somewhat recent. She sang The Climb, like did a new cover of it. Something that was actually her in the wig. Her just doing an interview doesn't feel like, I mean, she's also,
I don't think she has to be in the wig. I want to know about.
I want her to be in the wig.
Okay, but she's not going to wear the wig. You know she's not. There's no world where Miley's like, yeah, I'm going to put the wig on. I mean, she could. She very much embraces the Hannah Montana of it all. She does now, but there was a long time where she did not, and I don't think she's going to put the wig on.
Whatever.
But I want to get behind the scenes. I kind of don't want it to be like a dirt documentary. Like, I want to hear all the tea. I know that that's not what this is, but that's what I'm interested in.
I mean, it could be. She's talked a lot about her days on Hannah Montana, and she did talk about how they like made her take caffeine pills a lot because she was working these like insane 18-hour days, and how like the environment and the schedule was really unhealthy.
And there were rumors at the time that her and Emily Osment did not get along.
They've both confirmed that now.
I really want one of them to talk about it.
Yeah. But from what I understand, they like tried really hard to be friends. Like, they really wanted to have that friendship that Lily and Miley had, and they tried over and over, and they just are so different, and they would butt heads, and they would try really hard not to fight, and it would happen anyway. But they both state that, like, there's still a lot of love there, and they did have really good moments together on set, and there is a bond. It's just, like, they could never be, like, really close and very connected always. Like, they just can only take each other in, like, medicine cup doses, which...
You mean small doses?
I say that. You've never heard me say that before?
No.
I say medicine cup doses a lot.
Okay.
Like when you chug a bottle of NyQuil, I gotta spoon it out in a medicine cup. You couldn't take more than that.
Small doses.
Medicine cup doses.
Okay.
Anyway,
those are our 3 topics for our relevancy roundup today. I think our next segment is Q&A, which you have the questions for.
Yes, I have them on my iPad. Let me grab my iPad now. It's charging. Jumping into our Q&A, we got like over 500 questions. A solid 200 of them were just, is there going to be a season 6 of the group chat? So to get that out of the way, yes, there's going to be a season 6 of the group chat. Maybe one day we'll do an episode where I talk more. There were just a lot of questions about like how I came up with that. I've talked about these things a lot though before, so we're not doing group chat questions today. Moving on.
Sydney's TikTok is dedicated to the group chat. For questions and answers and your new series and all that. But that's the outlet for that. This is a different outlet.
It's also not like, I'm not going to sit here with you and talk about like my series that has nothing to do with you for an hour.
Right. But tell that to the people. Guys, no more.
No more.
Don't you want to know anything about me?
Yeah.
I'm pretty interesting.
So interesting. But there will be a season 6 of the group chat, so chill. Now our questions. Layla Joseph _ asked us, what was your worst sibling fight about? Stupid reasons only. Mm-hmm. The first thing that comes to mind for me is just me always stealing your clothes, even though I had like a solid 50 pounds on you and like they didn't really fit me. I would look for like the one like baggy t-shirt you would have that was like, you know, like a band t-shirt or something and steal it. And I remember one time you had a shirt that Hannah wore on Pretty Little Liars. And I was like,
oh, I did?
I've got to jack that shirt. And it was a crop top, which like I wasn't really comfortable wearing a crop top. So I wore like a Sugar Lips tank top underneath it. And I avoided you like the plague at school all day. And then in the English hall where like, I can't say her name, but in the English hall, I came down the breezeway stairs and you were at the bottom and I tried to run up the stairs and you were like, Sydney! And you like actually chased me up the stairs and you were like, why are you wearing my shirt? I just always remember that being the stupidest shit was I would just steal your clothes. Yeah. And then I would be really jealous because you would ask to borrow my clothes and I would want you to because it made me feel cool. But also like my things fit you if you wanted something oversized and like your things didn't fit me. So I'd be like, it's not fair.
Sorry.
Even though it wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault that I was plus size.
Things I thought about, or I think that we fight about, zero English has been spoken. Sydney and I shared a room growing up.
Oh my God.
We shared a room until our brother moved out when I was before COVID, he moved out. I also moved out, but then in COVID, I moved back home and I took his room and I was like 24 or 25. So all before that, we shared a room. We had our 2 twin beds next to each other. You know, there was some distance, but next to each other. And we fought endlessly about the cleanliness and the decor of the room.
Yes.
Because Sydney and I could not be more different. I'm extremely type A and organized. Sydney is type B. Yeah. So we fought about that a lot.
Which I'm very different now. Like I just hired
as a child you were messier.
Yeah. Not even just messier, but like I just hired like an interior designer to do my apartment and like everything is like very like clean aesthetic, like neutrals and whatever. I used to be like vomiting colors.
Right, like sparkles. When I went to college, you painted the room a violent purple and hung a chandelier in
Mom
place
and Dad
of our.
Let me.
Yeah, because why wouldn't they let you? Yeah. That's fine. I wouldn't say I wasn't living there. I was at college, but I came home and then I had to sleep in that room. Gave me a headache.
I remember one time you came home in the spring and I would decorate our room for any holiday. I used to be like obsessed with holidays and I decorated for St. Patrick's Day and we had a ceiling fan with like a big bulb and I made it into a pot of gold and then had like rainbows coming
I definitely never saw this because I would have vetoed.
No, you did. You were pissed. You were like, take it down. Because whenever you would come home for Christmas, you would be like, try to look the other way to the decorations. This was like heinous. I did it like one night when I was bored instead of doing my homework. It wasn't done well. Because at Christmas, I would have real decorations. Halloween, I would have real decorations. I like made this out of paper.
Real still, I would say is a loose term.
At least like things we bought that were lights. This was literally like I took sheets of paper and drew rainbows and like hung it from every portion of the ceiling
Can you blame
fan.
me?
No.
Yeah.
No. But you know. I was like a very theatrical youngin. We just did not get along in that way.
Sydney wanted to express herself through, toilet paper on our ceiling fan, and that was not my way. And thank God we don't share a room anymore.
Thank fucking God. I think that was when we started to become really close. Was like when we stopped sharing a room because that was really bad. Yeah. Also, I was really messy, and you were always very neat. We had a chair at our desk in our room that. Instead of hanging up my clothes, I would just every day hang these clothes over the chair.
There were multiple occasions where the chair tipped over because there were so many items of clothing on the back of the chair and it could not sustain the weight of your entire closet. And I would relish in those moments because I would get to look at you and be like, see what you've done. Clean the chair.
Yeah, that was really bad. Oh my God. But I was like, it wasn't fair to either of us because like as much as anyone watching this is going to be like, Sydney's wrong because like you'll always side with the clean person.
Straight.
But you'll always side with the clean person. Everyone would. Like it's annoying that I was making them messy. But from my point of view, it's like I was a messy person. I didn't have it in me to be clean. I had no interest in being clean and like or organized. And then I would have to just simply because we shared a room, I would get shit on. Where if I had my own room, like no one would have cared about my mess. All my friends were messy.
You would have
like
lived.
Shannon's room. You could never see the floor in Shannon's room.
Okay, but I wasn't living with Shannon.
I know,
was
but
living
she
with
had
you.
her own room.
Why are you yelling at me? Don't yell at me. We don't live together anymore. It's okay.
Okay.
I was the victim, by the way.
I know, but I
actually didn't think you were going to agree with me.
I like was too, just in a different way. Like I would be bullied because our mom is also very type A. So you and mom would like gang up on me, and she always would side with you, obviously, because she's so ridiculously type A. So but I get it. Like it was a little much, but like if I had had my own room, I wouldn't have been like picked on for it so much.
Yeah,
so
every chair in your room would have been on the floor, covered in clothing,
and you know what?
and that
it would have been
fine.
my room, and nobody would have fucking said anything to me about it. But I was constantly getting in
Mom
fights
still
in the
would
house
have.
and battles and being screamed at because I just wasn't clean.
Anyway, next question.
Next question. I might have to go blow my nose because that actually like put tears in my eyes. Do you? Oh, sorry. Eliana0615 said, "Do you like Starbucks? And if so, what is your go-to Starbucks order?"
Love Starbucks. Big coffee girl. Big matcha girl.
I hate matcha. It's so fucking gross.
I don't think you're having the right matcha.
No, I've
by
tried
the way.
like every matcha under the sun.
Have you gone
like
to Japan?
You know I have not gone to Japan. You know that I have
Okay,
not.
then you haven't tried every matcha under the sun.
Okay, fine. But in New York City, there's like a lot of
Let's
matcha
go
places.
to Japan.
Okay.
You'll like the matcha there, I swear.
I don't know.
Okay, well
It
that's
tastes
not
like dirt to me.
That's not I get that though, but that's not the point. I wouldn't order matcha at Starbucks is what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I have done it, but like that's really not the place to have a matcha. They have a vanilla cold foam cold brew something.
Okay.
Delicious. Really good.
Dope.
Yeah.
I think I have 2 daily orders depending on whether or not I feel dehydrated. I'm a little bit less of a coffee person than you are. So I'll either get like a venti cappuccino with like 2 shots of vanilla, which is great.
We both like vanilla coffee.
I do love vanilla. I feel like there's no going wrong with it. And then if I'm in like a dehydrated mood and I feel like I don't want like a coffee, especially a hot coffee, I will get a venti. Everything's always venti. Passion tea lemonade. With
I don't
3
even
pumps
know
of
what
classic.
venti is.
It's the largest size.
It's okay.
I'm just used
when
to
I
like,
go in there, I'm like, I will have a medium and I will not be stooping to your silly language.
You know why? Because I DoorDash Starbucks a lot. And on there,
Still.
you have to put in the size. So I'm just used to being like venti, passion tea lemonade, 3
Right,
pumps of
because you're
classic.
seeing it. If I'm in person ordering, which is what I do in the suburbs,
Yeah.
I go there and I'm standing in front of them and I have no idea what the sizes are. I'm just going to tell you, I'm going to use real vocab and pick the size, and you're going to know what I'm talking about because I'm speaking a real language.
Yeah.
You made up fake names for your sizes. We're not doing that.
I
Let's
do
grow
remember
up.
them being, I don't know if they still do this, but I remember back in the day, if you would go in there and be like small, they'd be like, you mean tall? Like they would.
No, I mean small.
Yeah, they would correct you if you said the wrong thing. Also, special shout out to the holiday menu at Starbucks. I don't like the pumpkin spice lattes, but I'm talking specifically about Christmas.
Yeah.
They do a really good caramel brulee latte, which
And
if
they
you're
had
in a
like a
sweet
hazelnut praline one this season, which was really good.
Really good.
Yeah.
It used to be chestnut praline, now it's hazelnut praline.
I'll take either.
They're both really good. The eggnog latte is disgusting, but that's neither here nor
I
there.
would never even think to order that.
No. They also have really good food. I actually had Starbucks an hour ago when I got here. I DoorDashed it to meet me at the door when I got
She
here.
did do that.
And I had the potato bakes 'cause they're so fucking good. This one is what's your dream role?
This is specifically for you.
I was like thinking about this a lot. I mean, I already told you what mine was, and you told me it was wrong. But
Don't even say like that'll just be a mystery now for everyone. Like what that dream role is, because I can't then explain publicly why I think that should not be your role.
yeah, you can.
No. What's
Fine,
your dream role?
Fine. Fine. I have thought about this a lot. I think if we're I mean, like, to be honest, like, I don't know if I ever want to be in like live theater again because I grew up in that environment and it was very toxic and I just didn't love it.
It's also really, really time consuming.
Yeah, it's also really hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but I think, I mean, I don't want to be like a basic bitch and say the very classic like Elwood's Legally Blonde or Heather Chandler and Heather's.
So don't.
That's what it is, though.
No.
I don't have like a vast enough knowledge of live theater to really like have
Wait,
an answer
who
to
said
that.
live theater?
Well, I'm
what's
saying,
your dream role?
I was saying in live theater, and then in TV. I mean, I would love to be in like a reboot of something that I like loved.
Gilmore Girls.
Yes.
Who
Like
would
a
you
Gilmore.
play?
I mean, at this point, Lorelai, because I'm too old to play Rory. So I think
I think you're too young to play Lorelai.
But if in like 10 years they made a Gilmore Girls reboot, I would love to be like the Lorelai character. Sex and the City. I'd love to be in if they ever did like a remake of that.
Who's the character? No, but you're picking shows you like. What's your dream role? Who do you want to be?
Hard,
Not
dude.
what
It's
show.
so hard. I don't know. I might have to come back to this later when I like have a better answer in my head.
Okay.
Because I'll just get addicted to things at a time and be like, oh, I wanted to be in The Last of Us when they were making The Last of Us because I love the video games. When they made the TV show, I was like, I would be anything in The Last of Us. I would just want to be part of it.
I'll be a horse. I'll be one of the horses.
I'll be a tree.
I'll
I'll literally be anything. It's not for me. A lot of the times, it's not about a specific character. It's about the like in the world.
The shows are a draw for you.
So it's like I don't care what I play necessarily in The Last of Us. I would have taken any role, but I just loved that world and the creation of it, and I was like, I would just kill to be part of it. So I think that's more my thing.
Okay.
I would want them. I like know my answer now. I would want to be the lead. I think it would be a totally different thing. So there's no like name in mind, but I would love to be the lead. If they remade He's Just Not That Into You, because I think that we need to remake that movie.
Aaron has never seen that, and we just watched it last Saturday.
Oh, it's so good.
Well, now he's seen it. It's so
good. They just put it on like Max or something. Is that why you watched it?
I don't remember.
They just put it somewhere. I have been obsessed with that movie for years.
That's one of the best movies.
At least,
and in all seriousness, like I thought about that when I was dating and when I was in my 20s and in college. It's the modern day. If he wanted to, he would. Yes. Like that's what people say now. But back then there was no TikTok. There was no like kind of phrase for it. It was just like, if someone doesn't like you, it's because they don't like you. Yeah. It's not because they like you a lot and they're just faking.
I like the exception rule explanation. Like you're not the exception, you're the rule. Right. So good. I will watch that movie like easily 3 times a year. Every time a guy blows me off, I turn that movie on.
Which happens never because you're perfect and amazing.
Oh my God, thanks. Yeah. No, I got blown off like 3 weeks ago.
By a loser.
Yeah, he was a loser. But yeah, I'll put that movie on and I just fucking love it. But I was thinking about it recently because they talk about like, there's a scene with Drew Barrymore where she's like meets this guy on MySpace and she's literally like, you have like voicemail, snail mail, email. And they're like, okay. And she's like, I miss the days where you had one answering machine and that one answering machine has one cassette tape and that one cassette tape either had a message or it didn't. And I was like, wow, this is so outdated, even though it was just the 2000s. And I'm like, we need a new version of this with like dating apps.
Because now you have texting. Instagram and Snapchat. You have voice memos.
And there's even rules from the very beginning. Like, is a guy asking, when you're leaving a bar after talking to a guy, does he ask for your Instagram or does he ask for your number? A lot of times
your number.
No, but a lot of people will ask for Instagram, and I think that means they
I mean, I have now been out of the dating scene for almost 10 years. Yeah. Like, I remember back in we're totally now veering off, but we can move on to the next question. Yeah. But back in my day, if a guy asked for your Snapchat, you understood like this man is a fuckboy.
Yes. Yeah. And he doesn't want to date me. He just wants to sleep with me. So that I think there's all these modern like nuances of dating that I really think we should.
Let's write it.
Okay.
Anyone?
Nobody steal this idea.
If you want to get involved, let us know. We're gonna rate it.
There really, really, really needs to be a remake. So I would love to star in that. Also, another dream role, my own TV show that may or may not be happening. Then we got Clumsy Bab asked, what was your day job before the group chat and what is your sister's day job? My day job before the group chat, I was working in antique and estate jewelry and I was starting to get my gemology degree, which thank God I don't have to do anymore because I fucking hated it. But
no, you loved being
no, getting my gemology degree.
Right. You don't like studying and anything in a school format.
So not it for me.
No.
But I really did love working in jewelry. My company was very like in the scene, so we would do a lot of shows like Miami, Vegas. There was travel. It was really fun. I would have been content to do that forever. I mean, I was looking to expand my knowledge, and I was looking to hop companies, which I'm not afraid to say because my boss knew it at the time. But I would have been fine to, I think, stay in jewelry forever. That was going to be my forever career if this didn't happen to happen.
And I would have loved that because I got a lot of jewelry out of it.
Oh my God, the amount of jewelry that my family acquired during my time in jewelry is insane. Mm-hmm. Everyone, and even like distant people to us would text me and be like, can you get me like a discount?
It was great for everyone.
Yeah. I made like engagement rings for like 7 of our friends.
True.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
I work in advertising, specifically programmatic advertising. I'm not even going to explain what that is. It's fine.
I don't really even understand what it is.
Yeah. And you don't need to. And I've been at the same company for almost 8 years. So that's my day job.
And still is to this day.
I'm still there. Yeah.
Still there. And you like that.
Do I like programmatic advertising? Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
I think there are like people have greater purposes in the world than serving ads.
Yeah.
Certainly, I hope I have a greater purpose, like having a child. I like my team. I like the people I work with. I think the company has great benefits. Yeah. So I feel like, do I like it? It's whatever.
Yeah.
It's
you
work.
went in and there were so many things that I thought you would do. I mean, you were always into art. You were an art major at school, which was great. And then you wanted to write, and you would write like way before I got into writing.
I was a writing minor.
Right. I was like a closeted writer. I never wanted anyone to read any of the things that I wrote until the group chat took off. And then I was like, okay, maybe I'll actually pursue this. But I always did it kind of in secret. You would write things.
Yeah, I always did like the writer workshops in middle school and high school. Those after school or the weekend things. I loved writing. I think really secretly at heart, I'm a creative. But creatives, it's really hard for creatives to make money. Yeah. So I went a different route. So I like the company I'm at. I like the people I work with. But I think in my heart, maybe like my greater purpose is something creative, like a podcast.
Yeah. And you were always like, when we were growing up, we always did a lot of creative things together. We would make like iMovies, and we would make like spoofs of Big Brother.
I loved editing on iMovie. I loved writing little scripts for us. Yeah. I love that.
I think a lot of people think like it's just me, and then my siblings are like normal, but both you and Charlie are both creative. Charlie always grew up drawing, and even now he like, when he does programming, a lot of it is the creative aspect. He likes to design what he like programs for the websites and stuff like that. We all have that creativity in us. And even Dad, I bought my dad a guitar for his birthday. He's learning. He's going to be creative.
I have yet to see him touch it. I need to see.
I have. He has been playing, and he bought a couple things for it. He's having a great old time.
Nice.
He'll play you a little ditty. Next time you come over.
A little what?
A little ditty.
Like P Diddy? Jail?
No.
Okay. Next question.
Am I saying the wrong word?
Yeah, I don't know what you're trying to say.
I do love that old ditty. Like people.
Who's that supposed to be?
It's not. It's like a song.
What?
Like that's what they used to call like in like the 20s. They'd be like, play us a ditty. Okay, whatever. Anyway.
A titty?
Yeah. Play us a ditty. Okay. I don't tattoo. Okay.
Do you need help?
Yeah, I do. What the fuck is that screen name?
Tatum Toters.
I'm dyslexic. There were a lot of T's in there.
There were a lot of T's in her.
I am dyslexic, so sometimes my brain gets like fucked up. Who is the older sibling? Who's the younger sibling? And do y'all each fit that stereotype?
I'm the older.
Fucking wrong.
Yeah, you like had to pause, and you also had to say it in a Southern accent.
I mean, I wanted to say exactly what they wrote, but saying y'all makes me feel like a fraud.
Right.
Because we're not Southern.
We're from the Northeast.
We're so fucking New York.
I'm the older sibling.
Yes.
We have almost a 4-year age gap. We're 3 grades, always 3 grades, but I'm almost 4 years older.
Yeah. I was young for my grades. So like in freshman year of college, I was 17, not 18. And I didn't turn 18 until halfway through my freshman year.
Right. So I'm turning 32 in like a month.
Yeah.
And you're 28.
And I just turned 28.
Right.
Yeah. Do we fit the stereotype? Yeah. Well, we have an older brother. So
I would say I do not fit the middle child stereotype, which is like vying for attention, always being forgotten, like the left out sibling. I don't think I fit that.
I think you and Charlie are actually reversed. Like you're the more mature, like type A planner. Right. You like plan all of our vacations and you like help mom whenever we like are planning a dinner. You definitely give oldest. Charlie gives middle.
Yeah, I actually think you're right.
He really gives middle, and he'll
That's
literally
so
say
offensive,
it. He'll be like, "Oh, I'm just like the left out one, like over here on my own island." So that definitely. But to be fair, nobody leaves out my brother. We love him so much, but he was a boy, and he like loved to be out with his friends and like the girls he was dating. He wasn't around that much when we were younger. And then I am like the very classic youngest child.
So classic.
Ended up in theater. Ended up being the one. I think I also like so much of my personality does come from like the fact that we shared a room and like having a sister who was like very pretty very early on, very like cool in high school and popular. And I was like such a theater nerd and like plus size and all the things at the same time. Like when I I was always like wanting to have the attention that you had. So I feel like that even put me more into the youngest sibling category. It wasn't because like our parents didn't pay attention to me, and it wasn't because our parents paid too much attention to me.
Right.
It was because we were different, and it was like other people in our school and how we got attention.
Right.
So that's what I'll say about that.
Also, like as a mother, other mothers will talk about like, oh, with your second child, you get a little less strict. With your third, it's like you're dragging your third out in the middle of their nap to do stuff like you have a life to live. And I see that in you. Like you always slept like a rock.
Yeah.
Because you had to.
Yeah.
Because me and Charlie were running around making noise and you were the third. You were always more easygoing because you had to be.
Yeah.
Because you were being dragged to any of our activities when you were too young to have your own. So
yeah.
I do see that still in you.
Yeah.
That like, well, I think now you're a lighter sleeper, so it's kind of irrelevant.
I am. But I grew out of it. But yeah, there's a lot of different. I mean, there's also like I love when like there is some attention on me, but I don't ever like expect it or like demand it because everything I did, I was the third one to do it. Like by the time I was like learning to drive, it was like. Ugh,
it was like, oh, who cares?
Yeah. But it was also like, oh, we have to.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone was so, and then you and Charlie even like when I made confirmation and we had to like go to church for a couple weeks to do it. It was like, like you had already done it. To be fair,
I didn't want to go to church when I had to.
No, but everything was more exciting for me to watch you guys do it because I was a kid. So when I would watch you guys do things, I didn't understand what it was like to do that stuff. And I would be like, but for you and Charlie, it was like, okay, we've both already done this. Like, who cares?
Right.
Like, no one wanted to hear about it. Not in a bad way, but like if I would come home and talk about like something I was doing that you guys had already done, it would be like, all right, we've done that.
Sorry.
It's okay. You know, it's fine. Sophia _Z asked, okay, I put this one in here. I snuck this in here and
oh
yeah. If you were in an apocalypse, what would be the one thing you would choose to keep? Like if you had to travel very light and you could only take one like personal thing, because obviously everyone needs food, everyone needs water.
Like my husband, my child. Can I bring them?
No, like an object.
An object. I mean, like I'd probably take a weapon. Is that not?
No, a personal thing. Like everyone, food, water, weapons, like all the things you need to survive. Different. If you could keep one thing that's not for survival and isn't a person.
And obviously, like technology's not going to work,
right?
Because everything is going to shut down. I would definitely take like a few photos, like paper photos. Like there's a photo of me and mom on my nightstand that I would take out of the frame and I would keep that. And I would take a photo of my son, of like a family photo of us and like a picture of our dog. Like I would, because nothing else is going to serve a functional purpose and there's nothing else I need.
Yeah.
And you will no longer have a phone to look at your photos on. So I would like to have some photos of my family to carry with me.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think I'll feel this like similarly about photos, but I think something that would be really hard for me to leave behind, like I could see myself trying not to take it because it's big, but I don't think I could bring myself to leave it, is the guitar that Dad made for me from scratch.
Oh, you could wait, doesn't in The Last of Us, does she carry a guitar?
She doesn't carry it with her.
Oh, when they
get to Tommy's like town, Joel like gives her one, but she doesn't carry it with her through the thing. But yeah, it would be hard to take that, but I just don't see myself leaving it behind. I would try at least to take it. It would be so hard for me to leave that behind.
That's a good one.
I love that. Yeah. So that was our Q&A for the week. I think we'll do a Q&A segment every week because there were truly so many questions that we got asked, and a lot of them are really good. We looked through them, but there's just not enough time for us to answer all of them. So we'll do that again.
And I've seen other shows and podcasts do like Q&A episodes, but I don't really want to do a whole episode of Q&A. So I think we can incorporate things into every week. Yeah. And then eventually if that segment runs its course, we'll swap it out for something else. But I think that's a good one, 100%. Especially since people don't know me at all, and you don't make a lot of personal content on your TikTok, so people don't know a lot about you personally.
That was like a thing I used to do on purpose, was like not make personal content. But if you want to hear your question answered or just hear your username shouted out, make sure to follow me on Instagram so that when I do the question forum in my story, you can submit your questions to me. That felt very commercial. Okay, now we're on TV time.
TV recap.
Welcome
of the
to
week.
TV recap of the week.
Let's just start by saying Bridgerton, we don't have a lot to say. We watched it last week after we finished recording the last episode. And Benedict's an idiot. That's kind of what only thing I had to say.
Well, I do think for a lot of the like servants, is that what we call them, or the housemaids or whatever the fuck you want to call them, I think for a lot of them it would be like sort of an honor to be asked to be the mistress, and then you know that you are getting put up in a house and you don't have to work anymore, and that's what it is to be a mistress. But I think for Sophie, because she spent so much of her life sort of being treated like someone who was in, what do they call it, society, even though she was working for them, like she got to take dance with the girls in the beginning, she does know how to read, like she's in that in between and always feels like she's meant for more, that is like the worst thing that he could have said.
They also spent, we don't know how, let's say a week together in the country, and they had a lot of conversations. It wasn't just a sexual relationship. So I think she was, of course, going to be angry. She has feelings.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
The only other thing I would say about Bridgerton as a whole is like, we every episode are just dancing around asking Sophie the right questions to figure out who she is.
Yeah.
Violet in the last episode says to her something like, what happened with your last family that you worked for? Meaning the Von Trapp house. What are they?
I have no idea. Why did you say Von Trapp?
It's from The Sound of Music.
Oh.
We'll just call them the Von Trapp family,
okay.
the woman and two girls that she worked for.
Yeah.
And if instead Violet had said, oh, who was the last family that you worked for?
Right.
Or where, and she could have said, oh, it was here in town. Like, we are not asking the right question. And I'm like, we are so close. Ask the right question.
It's annoying.
Sure
It's a little bit annoying. It was annoying in a Cinderella story and in Cinderella too, to be fair.
Right. The parts of it that are unbelievable are still unbelievable in Bridgerton.
Yeah. And it's less fun because it's not Chad Michael Murray and Hilary Duff. So I'm like getting more impatient with it than I was in the original movie.
Mm-hmm.
Traitors, I don't know how Rob fucking Superman dodged his way through that round table. Everything everyone threw up, he was blocking, throwing the shield up. I don't know how he did it. But
I just think that they're stupid. He's really lucky because
they're easily manipulated by him.
Like Natalie was on to Rob, and Natalie didn't like the way Tara was speaking to her, so then she voted for Tara.
Yeah.
That's not how this game is played. This is not a popularity contest. You voted for Tara because now you decided you're angry at her.
Yeah.
Do you actually think she's a traitor? She's clearly not.
I've also said through the entire season, I don't like Natalie. I thought her name was Natasha because I didn't like her enough to pay attention. I still don't like her. I think for so many different reasons, but she's one of those people who takes everything too personally. It's a fucking game. And her turning to Johnny in the round table and being like, don't say sorry when you put up your card. I don't want to hear it.
Really
I'm like,
mad.
Get fucking over it. Like, get over it.
And I like when someone is banished and they go into the circle of truth and they have to say if they're faithful or not.
Yeah.
And I love the people who aren't butthurt, like Lisa Rinna, who was like, what did she say?
She was like, I am the most fabulous, glorious,
legendary.
Traitor!
Right.
Yeah.
Or when Donna was like, you got yourselves a traitor.
Yeah.
I love that. When you go out on a low note, you're going out on a low note. And she's like, whatever she said, and was like, good job, guys. I'm like, it is a game. Like you have once again been outplayed, and also you need a stylist. Sorry.
Oh, she really does. And then by the same token, Tara fucking crying.
Tara does not need a stylist. Outfits are on fire.
No, she does have great outfits, but she was like, I don't even want to play in this game anymore. Like, I'm okay with being murdered tonight. I'm like, dude, what? Like,
and Mark is hugging her and he's like, it's just a game. It's just a game. He clearly looked upset because I think they really thought they were onto something and they can't figure out there's 5 of us left. Who is it? I'm like, guys, who else could it be?
But it's not like
it's Rob.
I think a lot of the reason why people will cry in a game like Big Brother is because you're locked in a house with these people. The betrayal hits so much crazier. You're not able to talk to the outside world. You don't know what's going on. There's none of that going on here. It's really not that fucking deep. It's like it's a little bit of a celebrity reality show. It goes on for like a couple of weeks.
It is going to be that deep for Maura. I think she said 75 times in this episode, if Rob was a traitor, I'm gonna storm out the castle.
Her and Rob are fucking, and you can't convince me that they're not. So
I don't think Rob is interested.
I do.
I don't.
I don't know. I just
what has he done? He's just not that into her. What has Rob done?
It doesn't mean they're not sleeping together.
What
it
has
just
Rob
means
done
that he
to
doesn't
indicate
feel as strongly for her as she does for him. It doesn't mean they're not hooking up when they're back at that hotel.
Who's to say they are?
I say it. I feel it. I don't know what it is, but I just get this vibe when I watch them and the way that Mara won't even entertain the idea that it could be Rob. I'm like,
she's not, what would be the best twist of all time?
Yeah.
If she was a traitor.
They really would
like
be.
for the faithfuls that are there.
Yeah.
Because I think that would just blow their hats off. Is that a phrase?
No.
Blow them
their
away.
Socks off.
Blow their socks off.
I don't even think is it blow their socks off? Knock their socks off.
She would knock their socks off.
Yes, she would.
They would be sockless, every last one.
Sockless. Be barefoot over there.
Everyone's barefoot in Scotland.
In Scotland. Scotland. Because he was traitor. Yeah, no, I don't know why. No, I mean, I do think they're all going to be really surprised when it turns out to be Rob. None of them are, and they're going to kick themselves because this is the first week that they were actually close to maybe eliminating him. That's the only thing that I'll give Natalie is like, I would also be mad.
No, it wasn't. We don't give it to Natalie. It was Tara was the one who said Rob.
No, I'm saying I'll give it to Natalie. I understand why she was mad that everyone was saying Rob, and then they get to the round table and she says it, and they all are like,
yeah. No, you're right.
You do this to me because I'm yelling into the microphone?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure.
You sound really loud to me, and when I was editing last week, you were much louder. I turned my levels up a little this week because of that, but your levels look really high, so I was just saying.
Okay. I also know how to edit the audio if I am loud and it's giving like a
crackling.
I can edit
I don't even think it's going to give crackling. I just don't want you to be much louder than me.
Yeah.
So that's why
I get real passionate and I get real loud when I get passionate.
These voices.
I really do strongly believe like there's something that really pisses me off about outside of the game circumstances affecting inside the game. And I do think that some of the women having feelings for Rob is affecting. And like, listen, that if that's part of his strategy, great.
Who has feelings for?
And like some of the boys and like Lisa Rinna, like I just feel like they're all in love with him.
I think you're off base. I
don't.
Maura does not know anyone personally when the game started besides Rob. It's the only person that she has met. I don't know the extent of their interaction prior to Traitors. Do you?
No.
Okay.
But like,
they were both just part of the Love Island community.
I just watch them interact and I feel it. I don't have any proof. I just do feel that way. And it's like,
wrong.
It's like in Big Brother, like Cody made it so far and I'm like, did Cody partially make it far because him and Derek had a good alliance? Yeah. Did Cody also partially make it far because half the girls in the house wanted to fuck him? Yeah. Everyone just thought Cody was hot. Christine and Nicole were like fighting over him and let him get away with murder. No, this is different because it is, but I just feel like Mara literally refusing to look at Rob, being so easily fooled by it. Like, just because you're close with someone doesn't mean they're not a traitor.
Well, I don't think she's a very deep thinker.
I don't know. She seems smart to me.
Yeah? Based on what?
She seems like an intelligent enough person. Like, the same way that everyone thought it was so stupid when Tara and Johnny came in and they were like, well, we know each other, so we know that each other can't be the traitors, and that doesn't make sense. Like, you being friends with Rob and or having a crush on him and or sleeping with him or whatever's going on doesn't mean he's not a traitor. And she's the only one that, like, literally refuses to acknowledge. But anyway, we're getting off track.
No, but so then she's not all that smart because she doesn't understand how the game works.
Okay, fine. Yeah, whatever. I just didn't want to. I don't want to like call someone dumb.
No,
like,
I'm not saying she's. I watched her season and I love her. I said this on our last episode. Yeah. I'm not saying she's dumb. I'm saying you can be somewhere in the middle. She's not a brainiac. Yeah. Not super dumb. She's in the middle there.
Yeah.
She's not a critical thinker or a game player.
Yeah.
She wasn't on a game show. Yeah. I don't think she's very good at this game. And she even said, I'm not very good at this game.
That's fair.
Yeah.
She grew on me this episode a little bit. Rob.
Personality-wise, like, love her. I just don't think she's good at this game.
There were a few episodes where I thought she was being, like, a little snippy at the round tables, and I was like...
Who hasn't done that?
More her, but I think... I felt it more about her, but
I think like the one time I recall her being short with anyone, it was Michael Rappaport, which I was all
we all stand everyone being short with Michael Rappaport. Right. Rob grew on me a little bit more this episode. I go so back and forth with Rob. I think he showed a little he showed a little bit of remorse, which I appreciated.
He did feel bad that Maura is apparently in love with him, according to you.
Yeah, which is a nice switch from
Sentiment.
him being like, I'm the traitor hunter. I'm like, you are a traitor. It's not
Right.
that hard to be a traitor hunter when you know who the other fucking traitors are, you obnoxious ass.
Right.
And not to be really serious about it.
We thought this was the last episode of Traitors, and there's one more. So there's no more roundtables, one more episode.
But
I
if
think
there's no
Rob
more
can win it all.
roundtables, how don't we know that Rob and Eric win?
No. So last week you asked me something about like the final episode, and I don't remember how they determine the winner. So, but
there's
I think
clearly
Rob could
some
win
other opportunity they
Yes.
have to get the traitors out. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Moving on to Tell Me Lies, and then we will be reading your top two that I picked, toxic college relationship stories. I very much did not like the ending. I made a TikTok about it. I got a lot of people who agreed, a lot of people who disagreed. I don't not like the way that it ended. I did love Steven leaving her at the gas station. I thought that was a really clever way to end the show and very true to the rest of the show's vibe. I just thought that it was rushed. I think they spent too much of the season focusing on shit that didn't matter. As much as I love Wrigley and Bree, I don't really think that needed to happen at all if it was going to take up so much time in the plot. And then we get to the last episode and Steven's standing up there and just rattling things off. Even the dialogue of it felt like they rushed when they were writing it. I just didn't like it.
In your TikTok, which I just watched this morning because when you made it,
You hadn't seen it.
I hadn't seen the episode. You said it's unlike Steven to not plot a better way to tell all this.
Yeah.
But I think you're failing to understand that he found out like all of that information on that night or in that conversation with Bree.
Yeah.
And in a moment to regain control at the wedding and do a horrible thing that he's been clearly wanting to do all night but didn't know what he could do to ruin the day because he sent Bree the voicemail, the confession from, however many years before, and she was unfazed.
Yeah.
And he wanted to ruin the day so badly, and he got his opportunity. The wedding was ending. He grabbed a mic and said it. I don't think it's that crazy. It did get a little satirical. The Toxic by Britney Spears playing.
Yeah.
The falling into the cake, which is like a over dramatic like wedding disaster trope that happens in like
Bree
every movie.
throwing cake at him, I'm like, you would have punched him in the face probably.
Right.
But it's not Steven saying all that stuff. It's like the way he did it. And again, this is just personally how I feel. I felt when it was happening, I was like, there's no way he's just going to go grab the mic. And he did. And I was like, I feel like it's unlike Steven to make a public spectacle in front of everyone. He usually likes to
Be
try
more sly,
to
you're right.
be really sly and remain the good guy in some people's eyes. And so like I could see him going to Evan when Bree's away and saying something to Evan like as the night is ending and like telling him everything.
But the night is ending.
I just feel like the public spectacle
They made
was
a
weird.
point to say it was 3 a.m. for a reason.
I know.
Yeah. I think when I first watched it, I kind of went back and forth of like, did I like that? I had mixed kind of feelings about it, but I came to the conclusion, was I entertained? I was. Were my questions answered? They were.
Yeah.
I did not want it to feel like everything kind of got wrapped up in a bow at the end. And I think they did a really good job of wrapping it up and answering our questions and ending all the storylines without doing that. Like we didn't get this arc where Steven's villain arc comes to an end and he changes and now he's a reformed person.
Yeah.
And Lucy, and they end up together, or Lucy makes a smart choice and she gets back with Max or whatever.
Yeah.
Like Steven is always going to be Steven because in real life, some people suck and they're always going to suck, and Steven sucks. And Lucy, what we hope for most women in this life is that they wise up and they make good choices. Lucy is someone who is not going to do that.
Yeah.
And they gave that to us in that final scene, which I thought was I loved that. I thought it was brilliant. Her cackling.
Yes, that I loved. And
Yeah.
when they showed her going in to get the coffee, again, like I always say, I'm like, why would they be showing us this? He's not going to be there when she comes out.
Right.
The only thing I think I would have liked, like, I don't know exactly, I can't pinpoint like what I would have preferred the ending to be. I think if it was a chain of them all fucking each other over and like the spirit of Tell Me Lies and them all making this, it's not just Steven. Steven's just always the one who gets away with it and does things the most slyly, and everyone else gets their shit exposed. I think if Steven had told Lucy that Bree released the tape, in turn, like maybe Lucy knew about Wrigley and Bree, so then Lucy goes to Evan and tells them about Wrigley and Bree. Like if it had been a chain of them all knowing each other's secrets and one exposing after the next, and Steven just walks away without anyone even knowing that he really had anything to do with it. I kind of would have liked that because it would have been way more in line with who Steven's been the whole time. He drops one little hint, they all fuck each other over in a series of events, and then it shows him just walking out of the wedding. Like, and still, Lucy still could have gone with him, and they still could have done that ending, but I just didn't like the public spectacle. It felt very unlike Steven.
The point of it was that in a desperate attempt to do what he always does, he did that. I do get your point. Yeah. I also think in him doing that, everyone else is kind of a victim. And it's clear at that point, every single person will be severing ties with Steven now. Like, we actually kind of do. You said last week, like, you know what would be a good ending if Steven got hit by a truck?
I did say that.
We got metaphorically, and Steven says, my life is over.
Yeah.
I just basically severed ties with every single person here. I think even though we don't see it, we know everyone is now free of Steven. He has no more secrets to hold over anyone.
Yeah.
And actually, everyone's free from each other. Pippa and Diana are just go off and live happily. That's great. I think that's
love
great.
that where she was just like, Pippa, let's go. And she's like, yeah.
Yeah, I love that. That was great.
That was really funny.
I think we can assume that Bree and Evan's marriage probably gets annulled, and now Bree and Wrigley are free to be together.
Yeah.
We don't need to see, in my opinion, we don't need to see it happen to make the connection that it does happen, and we actually did get the ending we wanted.
Yeah. The one thing I will say that I didn't really think about until this moment is that Steven going up and grabbing the mic in that desperate attempt, I could see the thing to fuel that, which I hadn't really thought about before, is like because they sort of blew that last season and earlier in the season where it wasn't occurring to me, but he spent 5 or 6 years plotting, finally revealing to Bree what happened between Lucy and Evan, and it didn't work. And then he's like, that whole plan, and he thought he was going to have this delectable moment that he'd been waiting for where Bree was going to find out and call off the wedding, and it didn't happen.
Right. And
then he just grabbed the mic. I get it. Right. I do still stand. I feel it felt a little bit rushed. I think the whole thing could have changed. Like, it's not one thing about the ending, but I think they could have drawn it out where it came out a little bit smoother. You know?
Before you read the college story, my final comment is that, because we talked about the ending, but there was so much that happened throughout the episode. Yeah. Like, everyone, Marianne and Oliver ganging up against Bree and with her mom. And I thought that was so sinister and crazy. And I did not see it coming. I loved that. And Lucy getting expelled when the tape actually gets released. Some of the best acting I've seen in a long time came out of those various scenes. Yeah. Specifically, Grace Van Patten, when she's sitting in the dean's office getting expelled.
Yeah.
And she's like she looks like like having like a manic episode. Like, she's smiling and crying and she's not understanding, and then she is understanding and she's still smiling. And I thought, like, all the tears she gave in the final episode were incredible. Her plea to Alex, like, her acting was unbelievable. Yeah. You know, other people in the, I can't remember who, I wrote that as a note, and there were other people as well, but really her acting.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I think in that scene in the dean's office, it's almost like she has no fight left in her.
Right.
And she's just like, okay, thank you. Like, no matter what the answer is, she knows she's not getting out of it. There is something freeing about all of this finally coming out and not having to, like, sit and stew with it anymore. I remember being the same way when I got kicked out of the theater department. Like, I knew what was coming. I was being treated really badly. I had a feeling it was coming for months. And when they finally sat down and told me, I remember feeling so relieved that it was just over. And I was just like, okay. And, like, I did have tears streaming down my face. It was upsetting. I knew it was bullshit, but I was just like, I had nothing left in me to give them. I was just like, okay,
right,
I'm going to go and find a different major. Like, and it crushed me, and you know that in the long term it did, but in that moment I was just like, I'm so done. I have no fight left. I have nothing, not an ounce of energy left to give to this scenario, and I'm just fucking done.
Yeah.
So now, Toxic College, I picked 2. Both of these are really good. Both these people asked to remain anonymous, which is unsurprising. The first one reads, so when I was a freshman in college, I was still dating my high school boyfriend. We went to school 10 hours away from each other. He played a sport and his family didn't have a lot of money, so I was often the one traveling to visit him. One weekend, I drove 10 hours to see him, and we had an amazing first night together. He even took me to an expensive dinner with what little money he had from his campus job. When we got home, he said he was too tired to have sex and that he would make up for it the next day. But around 2 a.m., I woke up in his dorm and he was gone. I figured he was in the bathroom, so I rolled over and went back to sleep for a bit. But 30 minutes later, I woke up to him coming back into the room. I just had a sinking feeling that something wasn't right. And although I'm not proud of it, I waited until he was asleep and checked his iMessage on his laptop, which is very smart because I think most people think to go through the phone. It turns out he left me sleeping to go hook up with a girl who lived down the hall that he had been sleeping with the entire time we were long distance. I was only there for 3 days, and he literally couldn't wait to have sex with this girl until I left. I packed up my stuff as quietly as I could, and he woke up as I was walking out the door. I slammed it and said nothing to him, blocked his number, and haven't spoken to him since. It's been years, and a few months ago he got engaged to the girl that he cheated on me with.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Leaving her while she's sleeping in your dorm when she's only there for 3 days to go have sex with someone in the middle of the night is like such a Steven.
Do you have no self-control? Do you also, well, I was going to say, do you have no respect for her? You obviously don't because you're cheating on her, but it's even less respect. She's in your bed.
Yeah.
She drove 10 hours.
Especially when it's I feel like a lot of boys get shitty in college with the girls they meet in college, but I do feel like boys always have a soft spot for the girls that they dated in high school. Like, I just feel that way. Like, a lot of times it's like you experience a lot of your first things with those girls, or you just like, you know, their parents, and you like, it's a different environment than when you're at college, and it all just feels a little bit more reckless. And that's like so fucked up.
At least he married her.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't just something that meant nothing and he did not care. Like, and I mean, she blocked him, which good for her. I think such good revenge is like, you will never see me or hear from me ever again. And that's really hard for people to do. So good on you. But at least he maybe really, really liked this girl. He didn't have it in him to break up with you. And now they're married.
But just like, again, she's there for 3 days. Like, you couldn't wait till she left for the weekend.
Right.
Like, that's so crazy. Like, her sleeping in your bed and you leave the room is absolutely diabolical. Couldn't. I had something very similar happen to me. When I was a junior in college, I absolutely hated my roommate. Same. She was incredibly disrespectful and had her boyfriend over literally every night, even when I asked her to limit it to a few days a week. One night, they put a chair against the handle of the door to lock me out of our dorm so they could have sex without being interrupted.
Oh my God, canceled.
I know. That is like, I would freak the
I'll
fuck
set
out.
the whole dorm on fire. Don't test me.
I'll pull the fire alarm. Get out here.
Yeah.
Let's see you unhook that door. They ended up falling asleep after and never let me back in or answered any of my calls, so I had to sleep in my friend's dorm all the way across campus. The next day, I went to the RA and told her what was going on, as you should, and they told her that she would lose her dorming privileges if anything like this happened again. 2 weeks later, I wasn't feeling well, so I decided to skip class. I obviously know where this is going, but I just can't. I decided to skip class. I went back to the dorm at a time I wasn't normally there and found them having sex in my bed.
Oh, God. Why?
I freaked out, obviously, and she ended up getting kicked out of our dorm. A few months later, she had a fight with one of her friends, and this girl found me and told me that they didn't like me so much to the point that they would purposefully do all types of disrespectful stuff on my bed as a form of revenge. She even showed me texts in their group chat of her talking about how he finished on my pillow, and they thought it was so funny.
No. Oh, my God.
Yeah. Needless to say, I got a job at a restaurant near school so I could afford to live alone for the remainder of college.
Holy shit.
I know.
No. The pillow.
That's like new levels of disgusting.
Like, if that happened to me, I'd be in jail because they would be fucking murdered. Yeah. That's horrible. That is so nefarious and terrible. Oh my God.
So in freshman year, I had a random roommate. We were like friendly, but I didn't know her obviously before college. We had the girl who lived next door. That literally happened to the girl who lived next door. So she came home and this girl and her boyfriend were having sex on her bed. Their excuse was that her leg was broken and they had bunk beds. She couldn't get on the top bunk. So they did it on her bed because she was on the bottom bunk. Stupid. So
how was she ever sleeping in the top bunk then?
I think they set up a cot for her. I don't remember. Okay. I think they set up a cot, but they couldn't get there, and then it was like a whole thing. Whatever. I remember that she walked in on that. I was talking to my roommate about how fucking crazy that was, and she like didn't agree. She was like, "It's not the biggest deal in the world. Like, you guys are so squeamish," and I was like,
I don't think she knows what squeamish is, by the way.
Well, I remember that's maybe right. I don't know what it means. I don't know if she said that word.
Oh, but squeamish is like you don't like blood or puking. Like you're very like disgusted by things like that. Like you're squeamish. Needles.
She said
maybe.
It almost like you guys are such prudes. Like you're so like whatever. And I was like, no, I don't know.
Basic
this boy.
hygiene.
Thank you. Also, like I don't know your boyfriend. I want his fucking naked ass on my bed. Thank you.
Right.
Disgusting. She's like, and I'm like, why? She had a boyfriend who always would like sleep in our room and whatever. And I would sleep in like Lincoln's dorm a lot. Like we would just like crash, and hers was bigger and she didn't have a roommate. So I would just like crash in there. So I was like, have you guys had sex on my bed? And she started laughing and actually admitted it to me.
Oh.
And she told me that there were a few times where like they were fooling around and he would end up on her bed. End up on my bed. Like she would back him against my bed and go down on him like against my bed. And I was like, I don't know why, in what world you just admitted that to me and like thought it was fucking funny. It's not funny.
When I just told you it's happening to someone else and I do not think it's funny.
Right.
Yeah.
I hated that girl.
As someone who's type A and like has a thing about cleanliness. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I don't even want you to sit on my bed if you were just like on the subway and you were in New York City, like outside a lot. Like, so please don't have sex in my bed.
Some people are also really presumptuous with that. I've had people like I make my bed and they come in with their outside clothes and like sit on my bed and I'm like,
so you can sit on the end of the bed.
right,
If you think you're going to lay on, don't lay on my bed anyway, because I don't want like your facial oils on my pillow.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're kind of deviating from the story at hand, but
yep. Toxic college
people
relationship stories. I mean, both of those are fucked up in different ways and both very, very Stephen and Lucy. But yeah, those are the two stories
our
I picked
episode.
for today. That's our episode.
Thanks for watching.
And we'll see
Thanks
you.
for listening.
Listening or watching. Well, this is
both or yeah.
You might
we got to
not
figure out how to get this onto other platforms, and we'll let you know when we do that.
Yes. And we'll see you
Next week. It's like our new thing.